Hi guys, it's Cyborgmatt here at the Columbus Convention Center for MLG Columbus. I'm joined here by Arteezy, who's playing for Speed Gaming Inc. How are you doing?
Fairly well. So we just beat, I just forgot. We just beat Sigma Int. Now we're in the semifinal or the finals. I think we're gonna play DK or Navi.
Now, you said on stage you want to take on DK. Is that for personal reasons or?
I just want to play against the Chinese, beat the Chinese on American soil, I guess.
Okay. Now, you're placed in this tournament. You're actually technically a stand-in for Speed Gaming Inc. because Born 7 couldn't make it. What's it like playing online like this?
At first it was really rough. I had a hard time. As you can tell, we were like 0-3 the first day. Yeah. But then the next day I'm like, all right, I gotta get used to these settings. So we came early, we practiced a few pubs. I got used to the setup. So then after that, I think it was just like playing at home.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I know you really struggled on your first day, but also you had, the rest of the team had travel problems and everyone had lack of sleep. Now, looking at the matchups you had today, Templar Assassin against Outworld Devour, how do you rate that matchup in your favor?
I think it's 60% to OD, 40% to me. Mostly because after level 5, it's hard to stay in that lane as TA. Because it's very easy to gank TA with a +1 hero or something with level 3 just Astral Imprisonment. So it's kind of hard, but early on, I think TA wins. But as time goes on, you lose.
And looking at before you came to play Sigma Int, were you pretty worried because there'd been a strong team showing? I mean, a bit unexpected, but were you watching their games last night? Were you doing some reviewing, checking process?
Not really. We weren't that worried, honestly. We knew that they would pick Miranda first. We knew that they would we banned, I think it was Bane and Potom the first game. And we knew they were going to pick Bane because I think they're 9-0 so far with Bane in recent matches and MLG. So we know for sure we're going to ban Bane. But other than that, we didn't focus on their style of play, and other stuff like that. We just focused on, okay, we banned those two heroes, then we just draft what we like.
Okay, that's good to hear. Now, looking at what's it been like playing with Speed Gaming Inc?
I have experience with them in KP, but online it's different. It's really fun, honestly. I really love playing online with your team because you can see each other, you guys interact with each other. It's just really fun. Yeah,
and at the moment you're pretty young. You're still in school, so you can't really take full-time Dota on. But is that something you definitely want to pursue now?
Yeah, I think after I graduate this next year, I'm definitely looking into a year off, and then I'll decide from that year off if I want to stay or go back to school and do part-time both, I guess.
And how much, as MLG Columbus, your attendance here, how much does that put that in the back of your mind? And has that reinforced it?
Yeah, it has, honestly. First LAN I did fairly well. I can imagine with more experience I can mold into one of the best players, I guess. Not to sound cocky, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you are rated highly as a mid player. You've played against quite a lot of people now at this tournament in mid. Who has been your hardest matchup? I don't know. No one's been that hard, honestly. I think just because the matchup, I've played Razor vs OD as OD. I think Bulba was probably the hardest to play with against. Yeah, Bulba. And I know it's a fair while away, but is there any teams you would like to play for? Would you like to play for a North American team or a mixed team, or no preference?
Play for?
Yeah. Next year when you are looking at joining the scene.
I don't really want to get into details, I guess. I don't know. I think I really want to play with Bone 7 still. Bone 7, maybe Demon, I'm not sure if he wants to play. Just people like that. People with a lot of experience, maybe Fear too. I was sitting behind him and I was pretty impressed with his communication. So it's people with a lot of experience I want to play with. Because they can mold me into a better player for the long term and we can do well. So yeah.
That's good to hear. I mean, in terms of that, would you ever visit the Eastern scene at all? Is that something you'd want to eventually do?
I ponder that a bit, but as of right now, I don't think the Eastern scene is doing that well. But maybe if they do well, I'll decide to go to China to practice. It's in the back of my head for sure. Because I'll take a year off. I don't know what I'd do with it. I'd go maybe boot camp in North America or to the East. But it's definitely in the back of my mind, yeah.
So you would be up for moving to Europe or anywhere else, maybe, whatever the team needs?
Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear. Now, looking for the end of today, what are you doing in your downtime now? Are you going to watch the Navi DK game?
Yeah, I think we're going to watch backstage as a team, just watch them play, go eat a little bit. I'm still so hungry. I didn't eat well this morning, so yeah.
And have you started to get over the nerves now, being in the booths?
another thing, how does the crowd feel? Like when you have the crowd behind you and you can hear the cheering and the roaring, and you see them standing up, does that empower you in the game? Does that make it go better for you?
Not really. I don't really pay attention to the crowd. When I play, like it seems like I'm only focused on the screen. I don't really hear anything around me. But I know for some people, like they get really hyped up and they like just go in. But I think it's important to stay calm in those situations. Like if you kill 3 people and 2 are still alive, you can't just start like screaming if the crowd's screaming. You gotta focus.
And in terms of fans here, have you been signing a lot of things for people, taking pictures with them? Have you been? Is that new for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a new thing for me. I've signed a lot of signatures and I've taken a few pictures, but not as much as Sing. I don't know. Like everywhere he goes, he takes a picture. So.
Is that something you can get used to?
I guess I have to if I play Dota competitively, I guess.
Okay. Now I'm going to let you shoot off, but before you do, is there anyone you want to thank? Anyone you want to plug or sponsor-wise?
I just want to give a shout out to Bone7. That's all I want to say.
All right. Thank you, Arteezy. This is Cyborgmatt at MLG Columbus, and we'll continue the coverage throughout the weekend.